Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending Solar Financing Made Simple. I'm Joe Allison, Business Development Manager for the Smart Energy Company, and I'll be hosting today's webinar. Today, we're sharing information about our company, our NOREASTER solar energy solution built for the Atlantic Canadian climate, and how this solution can help farm producers benefit from solar. Also joining us today is Jay Labonte and Karen McInnes-Larder from Farm Credit Canada. They'll be discussing FCC's energy loan product available to agriculture businesses looking to invest in renewable energy. The duration of the webinar is going to be approximately 20 minutes, and we'll be responding to questions throughout. So please submit them. There's a Q&A tab at the bottom of the screen. So feel free to ask questions as you go, and don't be shy. We want to make sure everybody gets their questions asked, and we'll do our best to answer them. We've got a team here who's going to facilitate answering questions as we go. And we're recording this as well. So it's being recorded and will be hosted on our website. And at the conclusion of the webinar, we'll send an email out to all the registrants and participants and make sure people get a chance to review it. And that is it. So I'm going to move forward. We'll start the presentation. So the title of the slide deck is Solar Financing Made Simple. And as mentioned, it's a presentation of webinar we're doing in conjunction with FCC. So the Smart Energy Company, who are we? We are an engineering, procurement, and construction firm. We specialize in developing solar energy solutions for businesses throughout New Brunswick. We've been operating since 2016, and this map demonstrates or displays the solar implementations we've completed throughout the province. As you can see, there's a pretty broad group of implementations in a number of different areas throughout New Brunswick. We've installed half of all the grid-tied solar installations provincially, which totals over 1 megawatt of installed solar generating capacity. And we are the only proven deployment-based utility-grade solar provider in the province. A big part of our mandate and really our DNA as entrepreneurs is R&D, and it really is part of the focus of the company. We advocate for solar and we educate New Brunswickers on developments and opportunities in this fast-growing industry. And we really take pride in expanding solar adoption in the province, and that's something we've effectively helped move forward throughout the time of the company's existence since 2016. With respect to agriculture, our involvement is longstanding and began with our first solar array implementation for a prominent New Brunswick dairy farmer. And this still remains the largest private solar farm in Atlantic Canada. So NOREASTER, this is our key flagship product. As we developed solar energy projects throughout New Brunswick, we identified a major gap in the market for solar energy products. And we learned that a solar array needs to withstand extreme weather conditions that it's subjected to, especially through the winter, to make sure that we're getting and providing consistent and reliable production. In 2016, we partnered with St. John Energy to build solar testing stations to help us design a packaged solar product that was built to address the realities of our climate. And NOREASTER, as mentioned, is our flagship product and is really the culmination of all this work. NOREASTER, by definition, it's a packaged turnkey, professionally installed product. It provides worry-free solar production, and this is backed up by our current customer experiences. It's designed and manufactured locally in New Brunswick. Our hands-on involvement ensures the high quality we demand in our products and promotes local partnerships in our community as well. The picture you see here is displaying our most recent NOREASTER installation at the new Daneross terminal in Moncton. And you can find out more about this project on our website, as well as info from a variety of other customer testimonials for other exciting projects we have in the province. As you'll see going forward, NOREASTER is available in a variety of sizes and configurations, and the benefits increase as you increase the size of your solar solution. So the figures we're discussing here are in relation to the largest net metered product we have, which is 216 solar panels with a total rated output of 95 kilowatts. The configuration produces over 130,000 kilowatts annually. And to put this in perspective, it's equivalent to about $15,000 in avoided energy costs for the first year. One of the ideal things about generating your own electricity with solar is that you're essentially locking in what you pay for power at a fixed rate. In our case, with this example, you're talking about less than 9 cents per kilowatt hour for the 30-year minimum solar production of a nor'easter. This is really advantageous compared to purchasing power from the utility, which we forecast will increase by an average of 2.5% each year. And this is based on our last 10 years history of what we've experienced as New Brunswickers for utility rate increases. One of the reasons we see farming as a great fit for solar is really due to the long lifespan of the product. Many other industries have planning windows that we see are typically 10 or even 5 years. Farm businesses planning can look much farther out in time, as agricultural customers are operating sizable multi-generational businesses. And to invest in a product that provides these returns for such an extended period of time and enables better long-term planning and some real cost certainty is pretty appealing. So the simple return on investment for our largest grid-tied nor'easter solution is around 15 years. This excludes the cost of financing and as well any provincial or federal rebates that customers can apply for to support renewable energy or solar implementations. NOREASTER's modularized design provides customers flexibility and the ability to scale as they grow, as mentioned earlier, with production and return increasing with each additional nor'easter module. Our solution operates with NB Power's net metering program, generating energy credits for consumption during off-peak solar periods. So this effectively treats NB Power's grid as a battery for energy storage and consumption when needed. For customers with larger energy demands, we will develop custom nor'easter solutions that don't require net metering. In terms of physical dimensions and the size of the nor'easter, the product occupies under half an acre of land, making it ideal for unused, non-producing locations on the farm. Interestingly enough, the design we built for nor'easter hides the electrical components and encases them within the structure itself, making it secure. And it ensures we can have agriculture clients have a product that has the robustness that we described earlier. Some agriculture clients have opted to install nor'easter in a pasture, and one of the things we've talked about is it's wise, however, to install electrical fencing around it to avoid having any curious cows rub up against the structure. Pricing for nor'easter ranges from less than $80,000 for the entry-level solution up to approximately $350,000. So what's next for nor'easter? As I mentioned earlier, a huge part of our mandate is R&D and looking to improve our products and really help provide additional value for our customers. We've got a few improvements currently in the works, one being enhancing different racking systems or offering different racking systems, being galvanized steel-based or alternatively based out of aluminum. One of the big developments for us, though, is our consumer-grade in-a-box model that we're developing right now. The in-a-box product provides agriculture businesses as well as energy users in general throughout the province the ability to purchase and assemble their very own nor'easter. So some key benefits here include a reduced cost when compared to a fully turnkey installation through our construction team. To support the product, we're really looking for pilot customers. So for any product that's developed, one of the key components is testing the product and ensuring that we've got pilot customers who are helping us tune the product and confirming some assumptions we have about it, as well as helping us build out for a product like this, helping us build out to ensure that documentation is adequate and the product is really kind of field tested before it goes live. So as we're looking for pilot customers, the incentive would be to, for those customers that sign up to be pilot customers, that they'd receive nor'easter at a preferred rate, as well as full support from the team during the installation process. So if you think your business can benefit from nor'easter and you would like to be a part of developing a high quality product manufactured close to home, we'd love to hear from you. To pre-qualify for the pilot as well, please just reach out to us. We've got our website and social media. Our contact information is listed below as well. And if you reach out, we can have a more detailed conversation to determine if how NOREASTER can help you as a customer. So at this point, I'd like to hand it off to FCC, who are kind enough to join us today to talk about their energy loan product made available exclusively to agricultural businesses looking to invest in renewable energy.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks to Smart Energy Co. for the invitation to talk to you today. I really appreciate the opportunity to be on the call. So like Joe had mentioned, my name is Jay Labonte. I'm a relationship manager at Farm Credit Canada, and I work from the FCC office in Moncton. I'm one of a few relationship managers that cover New Brunswick. Ultimately, FCC has two offices here in New Brunswick, so one here in Moncton and one up in Woodstock. So we have a team essentially here in Moncton. It's myself and Samuel Cormier, and up in Woodstock we have Amanda and Angela Brewer that can help you out if you guys are looking at financing for the NOREASTER package. So essentially, if you do know them, then great. But if not, you can always reach out to us directly, and I can always direct your ask along. Let's say if you are up in the Northwest. So, all right. So I'd like to do a little introduction about FCC, and then we'll dive into the energy financing options after. I'll just kindly remind you that if you have any questions during the presentation, you can stop me anytime. And we can do that on the fly. So quick overview of FCC for those on the call that may not know us. FCC was founded in 1959 as Federal Crown Corporation, meaning we received direction from the government of Canada on how to best support growth and prosperity in Canadian agriculture and agri-food industry. So we're not a typical financial institution. We're the only lender 100% invested in Canadian agriculture and food. So we build strong relationships and share knowledge and expertise with producers. So agriculture and food contributes over 155 billion annually to Canada's GDP. Our nation is one of the world's top agriculture and agri-food trading nations, employing over 300 million people. So FCC has a unique position as not only an agricultural lender, but also as a supporter of the industry as a whole. So we do this through products, services, community involvement, and all the ways we invest in agriculture and food all the time in all sectors all across Canada. So just quick takeaways, our portfolio currently stands at more than 41 billion. We have 100 offices nationwide, so over 2,000 employees serving over 100,000 customers. 86% of that $41 billion portfolio is in primary agriculture. Primary agriculture includes beef, dairy, poultry, hogs, fruits, vegetables, grains, oil seeds, greenhouse, just to name a few. And 14% of that portfolio is in the agribusiness and food sector. So a lot of folks don't know this. Again, just like to throw that out there. Essentially, FCC finances everything within the agriculture and food chain, from farm to plate and everything in between. So in respect to FCC loan products, we have over 25 different financing solutions. For example, we have the Flexi Loan, the Advancer, Young Farmer Loan, Transition Loan for succession, and the one that we're going to plunge into today is the energy loan. So first off, the energy loan, essentially, it encourages the use of alternative energy, including geothermal, wind, solar, of course, and biogas. FCC has already funded many alternative energy projects across the country, and are proud both the return on investment and profitability of these projects, as well as contributing to being stewards to the environment. New Brunswick is currently restricted to net metering. However, if ever the province adopts similar systems, like some neighboring provinces, we could see some interesting opportunities to diversify an operations revenue stream and sell into the grid. We've been a part of many projects like these in Ontario, to name one. This is just a plug to keep in mind if ever we do see changes with the province of MB Power. But for the meantime, definitely just the net metering and cost savings that seem to justify that ROI. Hence why we're on the call and definitely interested in and understand Smart Energy's vision. So essentially, the main benefits of the product itself: loan processing fees are waived on the first $500,000. Other features that we can tag on to that are lines of credit for working capital needs. So let's say for HST bridging, essentially we'd like to try to avoid having to have any pressures on the current operations working capital. We have deferred payments, so interest-only payments up to 18 months, and extended disbursements up to 18 months. Essentially, this is to adapt to the well, number one, the length of time that it takes to build and develop one of these projects and get it plugged into the system and working, if that's the right words to use. But essentially, we want to match that revenue stream, that income stream, in respect to the investment or the financing itself. So in respect to eligibility, there's a couple of criteria that I'd like to just note to you guys. So in order to qualify and be eligible, the project must be located on the farm or agribusiness property, and more than 50% of the applicant's income must be generated from farming or agribusiness activities. Okay, so 50% is that threshold. This is just a general eligibility with FCC. Now, specific to the solar package, the land that the system is installed on must be ag zone land, but at the same time must not be active cultivated land, rather land that would never be suitable for production, such as rocky, hillside, heavy slope, valleys. In respect to security requirements, FCC loan to security policy is 75%, and we can go up to 80% for young farmers. Young farmers are considered under the age of 40 here at FCC. So that means essentially 25% or 20% cash down, or additional equity from other farm assets, which is generally what we see on farms, because generally most farms are equity rich and not necessarily have cash in the bank. So, so essentially the security package would consist of the Nor'easter solar panel system and also the land that the solar package is fastened to. So if it's a large piece of land and or is part of the main farm buildings where the Nor'easter would be installed, a land severance could be completed in order to keep the Nor'easter separate from the main farm. Considering the small footprint of a Nor'easter package, it should be relatively easy to sever off a small portion, even if it's currently being pledged as security to the farm's current bank, financial institution, if you're not currently dealing with FCC. So generally, it's not a big issue to release a small portion of a property that is being secured with another institution. Ultimately, we are committed to try and finance solely the solar project, and that the main farm's current bank, financial institution is not disrupted by this project. So just quick hitters in respect to, and this is just a heads up, if you do apply for financing the SCC, this is the checklist or kind of a grocery list of items. Grocery list is kind of what I like to call them. So yeah, first off, it's just update most recent balance sheet in the last 12 months. Most recent income and expense statements, whether it's for the corporation or sole proprietorship partnership, could also see tax returns in year. Production records, so producer statements, crop yields, and also cash flow projections, so pro forma projections. And we'd really like to just hone in more around the ROI, or that return on investment. And I know that Smart Energy do put together the ROI analysis and where essentially that break even is. So they're doing the bulk of the work there. So it's just a matter of putting that together, or put that package together to us so we can really understand the specific ROI on your farm. So if you've applied for financing, we will send you an info package, a grocery list of what we would require to review for an application, because it is case by case. Every firm's structured a little differently. So we do cater specifically to your operation. So just, yeah, reach out to us and we'd send you off a grocery list of the info we would require. Also, just a heads up, FCC's service standards to assess a project once all the info is received is about 3 to 4 weeks. Also, on just quick hitters on the business plan and what we need for a solar energy project, because we're not looking for an entire business plan like as if though it's a startup. So we just need business profile, who are the owners, managers, background, experience in executing and managing a construction project. And of course, the objectives and final financial projections would be included in that. So again, what's the ROI, and specifically what Nor'easter package are you installing? And of course, request for funding, details how much, so we can run with that, and also details of the security and the collateral that'd be available. And quick plug in respect to, I think it's important to consult with others, such as accountant, lawyer, or other business owners. Applicants should surround themselves with advisors and mentors who can challenge and validate their business plan prior to the loan application. They can also help in forward planning, such as fiscal, tax impact, investment will have on the business, and how they can help achieve the best way to move forward. And of course, there are other firms out here that have put these projects in place. So I encourage you to reach out to them if just to get a better sense of what this project would consist of. So yeah, I'll open the floor to any questions or anything I haven't covered here in our presentation. Joe, I don't know if I have to pass this back over to you.
That's okay. I think we're fine here. I can just close it off, Jay, and I just want to thank everybody and all the participants for joining today. Really appreciate your time and you taking some time out of your schedules to join, and I hope you took some value out of this as well. As I discussed at the outset, we've recorded the webinar and we're going to post it on our website. And look for an email as well. We'll be sending out an email that references the information of where you can find it. And please reach out to me if you have questions on Nor'easter, if you have inquiries about any more of what we discussed in the webinar today. Also, as mentioned, we're looking for pilot customers. So if you're interested in piloting the Nor'easter in a box, again, reach out to me and we can start that discussion. And obviously reach out to Jay if you have questions on the energy loan or anything to do with FCC's offerings. So again, thank you very much for your time. Thanks. Yeah, go ahead.
Joe, I was just gonna say there was one questioner that popped up in the Q&A from Kevin here. I see what are the terms of the financing, assuming that's kind of how long can we amortize package. So essentially, there may be others on the call wondering the same, so I thought I'd just throw it out there. Essentially, we have to make sure to match the amortization of the loan with the shelf life of the asset. That's kind of rule of thumb with all investments or all financing. So considering that there is quite a long warranty behind this one, it would be more around that, we would aim for more on the 15-20 year amortization, just in year if there are any maintenance packages, or let's say if any of the components need to be replaced. We just need to be strategic and make sure that there's enough enough aggressive repayment to be able to fund any improvements that would need to be done throughout the life of the project. But definitely at least 15 years we could support.
All right, great question. Thanks, Jay, and thanks, Kevin. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you again and appreciate your time. And again, reach out to myself or Jay for any further questions. And aside from that, have a great day. Thank you.